Hi and welcome to the Market Alert for Monday, the 8th of July 2024. So bullion and big tech soar, Treasury yields tumble amid US macro meltdown, and dovish NFP reports sees stocks and bonds bid, and in fact the S&P again making new all-time highs. We'll get to that in just a moment. So the NFP numbers came out higher than forecast but less than previous, 218, 206. This is set the market towards a dovish stance, which is the reason why the dollar dropped and the bullion, both gold and silver, moved to the upside. Economic news for today, let's just have a quick look. There isn't any today, but we must be due for CPI numbers, which we are, and we can see they are out on Thursday. So that's going to be the big one for the week, is certainly the CPI numbers, and as you can see there, 3.1, 3.3 previous, so that's the target there. So if that comes out like that, the dollar's going to move lower once more, and the metal's moving higher. Tomorrow we've got Powell testifying, and Yellen's also speaking tomorrow as well at the same time at 3 p.m. And Wednesday, Powell is testifying once more. So let's just have a look, see what it is. Is it the... let's have a look. It's a semi-annual monetary policy report before the Senate Banking Committee. This happens obviously twice a year, I think, if I recall. Federal Reserve Chairman Powell. Let's have a look. No, nothing else there really, but just keep that in mind. 3 p.m. for both Tuesday and Wednesday there. Right, let's move along, have a look at the markets and see how they reacted to the NFP numbers on Friday, and kick off with the Dow. And as you look at the Dow for Friday, you don't see a lot of activity there at all really. The market's still in a sideways range. Was it expecting this number? Who knows, but certainly the Dow not having much of a reaction at all, not compared to the S&P. 30-minute chart, there's the reaction, market up, market down, and then coming back and trading back to the high that was put in when the news was announced. Market overnight is sideways, sitting on the DP at the moment, finding a bit of support there, and above the 200 MA that the market found support on Friday with as well there. So the moment still bullish and to the upside. Meanwhile, in the German DAX, this managing to break out of the sideways move, but subject to some selling there, which you can see coming off this high at 18,652. The market sideways to lower overnight as well. So heading into the sort of summer now, aren't we, where the traders clear off, and you can see there up on Friday, down with the NFP numbers Friday afternoon, down to the DP. Market then trying to move higher, retesting and creating a low there for today, retesting the low on Friday, and down at the moment as well. So it looks like we could get another retest of the low for the German DAX there. And in the S&P 500, this is the monthly chart of the S&P. You can see it's just continued to move to the upside since October 22. It's just never stopped. We've had a couple of months where there's been a bit of a pullback, but other than that, it's staying above that 5-bar moving average. Very strong. New all-time high there of 556.7. If we look at the daily chart, you'll see that already we've gone to 5570.3, and overnight the market sideways to lower. So the S&P on Friday moving strongly to the upside once more. Bit of a pullback there, but finding support at the DP. We've got an 89% retracement there at the moment. Need to close back, see prices move and close above the close of Friday, and also the high there as well. But at the moment, a very, very strong S&P there. The FT100's reaction to Starmer being elected on Friday, market down with some selling there. Overnight weakness there as well, which you can see. But Friday up initially with the results, down with the NFP numbers, ignoring the fact that Starmer is elected, which is only right because he hasn't done anything yet to warrant anything of any sort of move. And again, to be honest with you, and also one of the comments I received last week, the market's not too bothered about who's there. I mean, let's face it, at the moment it all seems to be in control of other powers, to be honest with you, and you have to look at the metals to see this. Nvidia doesn't care whether Starmer's in or not, and rightly so. 200 MA is where the market is overnight, and you've got the low there as well for Friday, where the market traded down during those NFP numbers. US dollar down, last few sessions there, but finding a bit of support overnight for the US dollar. Let's have a quick look at the metal, see where they're trading from Friday's session and overnight. And silver trying to get back up to 31.5, finding a bit of a problem with that overnight, which you can see there. But Friday moving up, it's going to struggle with this. It's got to get through 32.5. The chances of doing that this week, though, if the inflation numbers come out lower than forecast, stand a pretty good chance. But keep in mind that the market doesn't want to get above this $32, 32.5 level. That said, the market's consolidated, and it's now broken the high to the left as well, so it could be the start of a new pullback to actually move higher. So it's had consolidation for the last few weeks there for sure. Friday, market was doing absolutely nothing. You can see they ramped the market down to $30 and then brought it up $1.50, and then the market is now consolidating above the DP. It's way above the 200 MA, the 50 EMA. 20 is in the wrong order, just need to get that 5 bar above this and also get prices back above the close. In the gold market, also you can see trying to move higher there, struggling with the 23.87 level at the moment. But again, if you can get through this, then we head back up to 24.49. So the goal here is to get above 2,500. 30-minute chart, very similar to the silver price during Friday. Market up and then a bit of a pullback overnight and still above the DP. Also the low is tying in with the 200 MA, so a good area of support there. Closer to the high and the close of Friday to actually get through there. So in the gold-silver ratio, we're down on Friday once more, but finding a bit of support overnight. So hopefully we've broken this situation of where the market is going to start making lower highs again now. So if we get a pullback and then the market starts to go down again, we'll be repeating what we saw over here where it broke. You see the lower highs, but don't write it off yet, moving back to the upside when we get to $32 an ounce or $32.50 if we're allowed to move that high. Speaking of which, over in the Shanghai market, so it's been set at 35.15 and 30.58, which I think is about $4.57 difference there. Massive difference and widening of the two markets there. You can see the suppression of the price. One's physical, one's in the futures market, so no surprise there at all. Right, let's have a quick look at Friday's session. So I haven't got a recording of Friday because I was travelling, so I couldn't record. So this is what happened in the morning session. You can see it was all just straight up in the start of the session there, up 100 points from the start. In fact, prior to that, you will see that the market took off in the futures market and finding support at the high of Thursday and just kept moving in one direction. So let's come across and see the market's reaction to those NFP numbers. So the market reaction was to spike up there 50, 60, 70 points and then come down. Market traded sideways, went below the 200 MA, held there for a while, but then when the Dow opened, the market selling off there, which you can see, and then trading sideways for a while. Right down at the DP, you can see how important these 200 MAs and DP levels are, and all of the other pivot levels, with prices then moving sideways there, and that's how it remained going into the evening as well. Let's have a look at where we are currently, and the market, just squeeze those up. You can see that we're trying to hold at this psychological level. We've got the low just below here, and then we've got the S1 as well. So the market doing its best to try and move back to the upside. It's got the 200 MA to contend with as well. It has been above this overnight, but then you can see the selling coming in with the light red bar there. But it needs to get back above this area and the close and the DP if it is to move to the upside there. Right, that's it for this one. So CPI this week, nothing today. Yellen and Powell tomorrow. Yellen not appearing on Wednesday, but Powell only. But the market focus is going to be on those CPI numbers for Thursday. So it'll be interesting to see today. Probably tread water as it waits for Powell tomorrow at 3 p.m. Okay, that's it for this one. As ever, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.